So in this upcoming workshop, I'm going to share with you a true story of mine, and I'm going to briefly talk about it, of how I become a seven-figure CEO starting as a dishwasher. And during my entire journey from dishwashing to becoming a seven-figure CEO, I've discovered a repeatable, proven five-step business formula to launch a business. And I can say for a fact that any individuals with zero experience can literally start their own business. And I'm literally going to hand you over the seven-figure blueprint to you, everything that I've been using. So you're going to get the entire online business blueprint on a silver platter. Now, here's the best part. At the end of this entire training, I'm going to give you a free gift, like Onyx said earlier, and I promise you will absolutely love it if you are wanting to create a side business or a full-time business in e-commerce right now. So for those of you who actually never heard of me, I just want to take a couple quick minutes to share my story with you. Now, I literally actually started from zero, ground bottom, but I was able to accomplish $20 million in sales. And I started as a dishwasher. 12 years ago, I was washing disgusting dishes at a Japanese restaurant. So when people tell me that, Fred, it is impossible for you to actually create your business, it is impossible for you to actually generate seven figures, well, I proved them wrong. And the only reason why I proved them wrong was thanks to my five-step system, which you are about to learn today. Now, while I was washing dishes, I knew for a fact that I had to make a change in my life. Now, I wasn't that great in English. You can see me stumbling upon words. You may even see grammar mistakes on my PowerPoint presentation. It's just that I'm not that great at it. In fact, I'm not even great at math. I never set foot in college. So I ended up washing dishes. But again, when I was washing dishes, I knew that I had to make a change. So I turned myself to the internet and start really dissecting and start learning and copying what other people are doing and really saving up money to buy programs to learn more things about the internet marketing and how to be an internet entrepreneur. With that, I was very lucky. Once I've learned a lot of these stuff, I actually worked with several people in the internet marketing industry back then. And in 2008, this was my first breakthrough. I generated a seven-figure business in just 4 months period, all because of really internet entrepreneurship. But let's face it, 12 years ago, I was a little kid and I was spending money left, right, and center. I was not having bookkeeping in place. I don't have a business foundation. The business almost went bankrupt. Now, obviously, after the business went bankrupt, I obviously need to figure out how I can continue my career and continue my life. So I transitioned to actually creating my own agency. I learned a lot of things about internet entrepreneurship, and I also know how to run a business. Well, not as great as obviously now, and while I was running an agency business, or else I wouldn't have the first business being bankrupt. I also acquired a very specific skill set, which is simply traffic generation. So with all those skill set, I really transitioned on creating my own agency. And I was very, very privileged enough to actually work with some of the top brands in the world right now. We're talking about BMW, Mini, and Rolls-Royce. Now, during that time, let's face it, when you're working for someone and when you are actually stuck in a 9-to-5 ruts and helping other people make money when you have the capability to make money, I start to think, well, I'm starting to get bored. I want to make another change in my life. But during my years at being an agency and working with top brands, I've discovered that in my five-step system, I only had 3 out of the 5 when I first created my first business that went bankrupt. So with that, through my times of being an agency and working with all these top brands, I finally discovered the 2 last missing puzzles. So what I've done was that at that moment, I knew my 5-step is completed. I restarted where I fell. I went back into the internet marketing and I started creating my own business. And with that, my results from my 5-step system in 2011, I generated over $1.8 million in just 3 short months, just using my 5-step system. So with that, what I've done was that I thought in 2011, I thought that, well, I was lucky, right? It's just maybe by accident that this 5-step system worked. So in 2014, I went and really tried to torture test the 5-step system and try to put it at play. And in 2014, I created 2 additional businesses at the same time to use the exact 5-step system. And the results was shocking. In just a matter of 9 months period, the first company did $2.2 million. And at that same time, the second company did over $3.8 million. And I know for a fact that this 5-step system is proven and repeatable and scalable, because now one of my business generated over $12 million to date. Now, it's actually more than $12 million right now. This is as of March 2016. Now we are in January 2017. We've generated an amazing amount of sales by using the 5-step system. And I also created a new store using the 5-step system, and I generated over $1 million in the last 90 days. So let me ask you, I'm sharing all these with you not to impress you, but to impress upon you and to show you that this 5-step system works. And you can simply just copy it tonight and start building your business with what you're about to learn today. So let me ask you, would you like to learn how you can build an online store without ever buying a single piece of inventory and without ever shipping a single product and without a line of coding? I know by this point you guys are thinking a little bit skeptical and say, how on earth is this going to happen? So without waiting for you to do, we're going to start right away. And I'm going to actually share with you my 5-step system. So in my 5-step system, the first step is one of the most important things, is having a web presence. Now, when you're having a web presence, previously, when you're creating a website, it costs you a lot of money just to get started, because let's face it, creating an e-commerce website is very, very, very hard. You got to actually have all the coding in place. You got to have the best developers. You got to have people updating your stuff. You got to accept bank. You got to actually have a merchant account to actually process your credit card. There is a lot of stuff in the mix. But through the last several years, there's one company right now that really stood out to allow any individuals, including you, to create your e-commerce store. I'm talking about like overnight. If you are deciding to spend several hours tonight to create your e-commerce store, you can do it right now. And the best part is that all you really have to do is just copy and paste, type some words, look for some images, and upload it to your site. And long and behold, you have an e-commerce website up and running. And with an e-web presence, obviously that's where you have like a www. It's like a web address, right? It's a virtual address where your customer can go and spend credit card with you. Now, with that, again, with the technology nowadays, you can all do this thanks to one of the largest right now, the provider of e-commerce platform for small businesses, which is Shopify. I would have to say, Shopify is one of the easiest platforms right now for you to actually create your store. And now I'm actually going to show you right now. This is a website by Shopify. Again, templates are for free. Everything, all you have to do is just click a few buttons and upload it. And that's all you got to do. Now, this is basically even a demo website. It took me, I think it was just a couple hours to have this demo website up and running. And that's about it. And all you have to do is like, listen, like all these products and stuff, you can actually just simply, you can see all the orders. You can actually have products on here to upload products, yada, yada, yada. And what this really do, it's like even a better version of WordPress. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have heard of WordPress right now. But with Shopify, you are having everything taken care of, okay? You're basically having the entire customer service, what we call CRM, where you basically can handle orders of your customers and seeing your customers' order. It handles your payment, so you don't even have to deal with banks. You can actually get money straight from Shopify. Shopify will help you get payments on your behalf and deposit right into your bank. You can have an entire online store, which is very easy to customize. Now, again, at the end of the day, I don't have all the time in the world right now to share with you all the nitty-gritty details about Shopify and how easy it is to set up your store. I'm going to actually, at the end, give you a gift where you will actually be having the ability to do all these. But I just want to show you how easy it is. Let's say you want to create a page, right? All you have to do is just add a page and say, Onyx is awesome. And just type some word right in here saying the Learn Nation rocks. All right. And you can just type whatever you want and simply just click the word save. And when that's done, well, guess what? You already have this page created. It's just that easy. Like if you can actually just type some words, upload some images, you literally have your web presence up and running. And this is literally one of the most easiest part. And that's why I was saying earlier, any individuals can now start their online business. At the end of the day, that's what you want to do, right? You want the technology to be taken care of. So right now with Shopify, you will have that web presence, right? Which is one of the most important things. But after the web presence, you might be wondering, well, Fred, yes, having a web presence is amazing. Having an e-commerce store now looks so simple with Shopify, and I just can't wait to get mine started. But what about inventory? What about products, right? That was actually in my step number 2 in the 5-step system, and I call this inventory arbitrage. Now, at the end of the day, traditional businesses, what they do is they simply go ahead, go to China or go to any other world in a country. Let's say if you're buying a pair of jeans, Vietnam is going to be the best part. And you simply put in a bulk order of, let's say, $10,000 of products, ship that product right into US. And when you have a customer that buys it, then you get your fulfillment center to actually fulfill the product. Well, the problem with this right now is that you are now having a pitfall of e-commerce, which is investing into inventory. Let me be a little bit realistic to you. You now basically invest $10,000 hoping and praying that the product that you have actually invested in will sell online. But that's what you think. Your customers are not telling you, or you don't even know what your customer actually wants. And if that product did not get sold a single piece, or the rate of return is very, very slow, that means that you have $10,000 stuck in inventory. And guess what? Those inventory are cash. You have put out your hard-earning cash, $10,000 right into inventory, and they're just sitting here right now collecting dust. And this is what really made a lot of entrepreneurs fail when they start their own e-commerce website. They went ahead without using data and invest into inventory. And again, once that happens, well, guess what? You're going to have mountains of inventory sitting in your warehouse, never get sold online, and you just have all your cash being thrown into the trash right now. That's literally what is happening. Now, inside e-commerce, though, there's a new method, which I call inventory arbitrage. This method I've been using for the last 12 years right now. But, recently, in the last year alone, it has been one of the most important element that a lot of even wholesalers and even manufacturers in China are really starting to understand and really using this system for them to actually make more money. Now, I'm actually going to draw out in the scribble pad to share with you how this entire inventory arbitrage works and how you can really now start having creating an e-commerce store without even investing a single penny. Okay, I'm being serious. You don't need to invest a single penny in your in inventory right now, and you can literally start selling online. So with this, I want to draw out the new process for you on how this all works. So right now, we have a web presence, and just a couple minutes ago, I was telling you to use Shopify. Listen, it's the easiest of all, okay? And here you're having www. And you have your store, right? This is a web store. What happens is that once you have your web store up, you would then want to look for manufacturers or vendors that actually have products that you actually want to sell, okay? In here, when you start to deal with these people, here's what you would want from them, okay? You want the following information. You want the picture of the product, you want the description of the product, and you also actually want the costs of the product, okay? And let's say in this example, your cost is $5. When you start to get these information, you simply ask them to send these to you, and you simply just upload it to your store, okay? And when you upload it to your store, you mark up the margin and sell it for $10. So what that happens is that when a customer now visits your website to buy that product for $10, what's going to happen is that you now make $5 margin right in between. But you did not invest a single penny in inventory only because now the vendor holds the inventory for you. But once you receive an order from a customer, you would then just simply pay $5 to the vendor and tell them, hey, can you ship this product to my customer with my name, and here's your shipping address, and here's the $5. What will happen is that the manufacturer will directly ship the product to your customer under your name. So with that, you are now being a smart internet entrepreneur. You are selling products and not inventory. Write this down. This is very important when it comes to e-commerce. You need to know that your goal is to sell products and not inventory. Let the vendor, let the manufacturers, and let the reseller hold the products, hold the inventory for you. All you have to do is just making sure that you know what your cost is, have images and have description uploaded to your store, and just collect the money and pay your vendor, and that's it. Now, you might be wondering, well, Fred, are you serious? Like, will customers not even worry about what happens in the back end? Well, let me ask you this for a fact, okay? How many of you have actually bought from Amazon.com? If you have bought a product from Amazon, okay, here's your behavior and here's what you have done. You literally just went on www.amazon.com, you look for the product, and you only saw the image and the description. You can never touch, feel, smell, or even look at the real image or the real product on how it looks like, and you just simply put your credit card to Amazon. And guess what? At that point, what's going to happen? Amazon actually doesn't own that product. They actually have that product sitting with the vendor. They just provided a manufacturing space for these vendors to basically have their inventory there. So Amazon doesn't actually sell the inventory. They sell the product. So what happens at the back, you don't even know. You don't even know where the product is. What you care about is making sure that you receive the product that you paid for and that you saw and that the description talks about what the product is. That's the psychology right now in the buying behavior for e-commerce nowadays. And we want to use that same behavior and take advantage of it so we never have to invest in inventory and just sell products. And by doing this right now, you can actually have access to sell millions and millions of products. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are like wondering, well, Fred, this sounds all amazing, but where can I get started to actually find products right now? What is the best place for me to even start when I actually want to actually sell a product online? Well, with that being said, okay, here's one trick that I can tell you. This is the one best way. And you know what? Using this method, there's absolutely zero risk. Again, you are basically collecting $10 first from your customer, and you make the $5 right now. And you basically use their money to pay for the manufacturer to actually get the products to you. Now, if you are ready to get started, here's what you want to do, okay? Here's the website that forever changed e-commerce. And this website is called AliExpress. AliExpress right now, a lot of people doesn't know about this website, which I am very, very surprised. But let me tell you this for a fact. AliExpress is actually a subsidiary of Alibaba. Alibaba, as we all know, is now a publicly trading company. They are built based on a B2B platform. The people on Alibaba are basically manufacturers that manufacture products for retail and basically ship it in bulk. Now, several years ago, Alibaba wants to actually go after the consumer market, and they actually want to, at the same time, go after selling individual pieces. That's why AliExpress actually exists. And when AliExpress exists, the only way for AliExpress to really fly up and have a ton of products to sell, they need vendors and manufacturers from Alibaba to work with them. So what happens is that now all the vendors and manufacturers from Alibaba are now store owners inside AliExpress. So you are literally working directly with the manufacturers. So you're cutting all the middleman, you're cutting distribution, you're even cutting the reseller right in between. And to do all these is super, super simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And you'll find like how simple it is. So let's say that we are selling a survival product. All you really have to do is just type in the word survival, and you are going to see all the products that you can legally sell on your website. Why did I say that? Again, like I said earlier, all these vendors are actually from Alibaba. These are manufacturers. They don't care what you do. They just want sales. And what you can do is you can leverage this and now buy single pieces. You don't even have to invest. What I also want to share with you is what you need to look for when you are working with these vendors, okay? The first thing that I always look for is the seller's rating. You see all these diamonds over here? This one has 2 diamonds. These one has medals. What you really want to do when you are working with an AliExpress provider to arbitrage their inventory is simply making sure, okay, write this down, they have at least 2 diamonds, okay? How this rating system really works is that if it is a new store, they will have no symbols, okay? But they start with medals. Once they have 6 medals, they will have 1 diamond. After 6 diamonds, they will have a blue crown and then a pink crown. What you want to do is you make sure you work with vendors that have at least 2 crown, okay? Sorry, 2 diamonds, because you will know for a fact that these people are getting a lot of feedbacks from their customers and they are getting positive feedbacks. So you know that the product is good, because at the end of the day, some people are actually a little bit skeptical when the product's coming from China, because you're not even investing in inventory right now. And you want to make sure you do your due diligence and making sure that a product is actually at its best. Well, guess what? There is this feedback rating, so you know exactly what product is going to be great. Now, on top of that, let's say that, let me find something fun. Let me sort this by price, and let me see which one is good. I don't want that. Let's say that we are going to sell this folding credit card knife, okay? It has, let's see, 5 diamonds. I don't like him. 5 medals. I don't want him. I want something better. Well, I like this one. This is pretty awesome. Let me see. Let me see if there's a product. 64 cents for this piece of item. Like, really, like at the end of the day, if you go to Amazon.com, you'll see these products that is going to cost a lot more money than just 64 cents. All right. Now, I'm not going to waste time right now. I'm just going to pretend that this credit card knife has 2 diamonds. What I want to do is when I click on here, you can see like 47 cents for a single piece, and you're buying single product order right now. You're not even buying bulk, and it's only 47 cents. I don't think you can get this kind of deal anywhere around the world except straight from China. And these quality, well, guess what? You can now look at the feedbacks from the customers buying from this vendor. They're getting basically majority 5 stars. Right? They are 4.9 and above. And if you want to do your due diligence, all you have to do is just scroll down and simply start seeing what results or what comments people are actually giving on these. Like people are actually buying, like you look at the feedbacks and you'll see people giving the knife is very sharp. I have not tried the sharpness, which just came up quickly with better quality. So people are actually giving good quality feedback about the product. So you can rest assured to actually sell this product on your store and not to actually hurt your brand. Now, once you've decided what you wanted to sell, here's one additional thing that you absolutely have to do when it comes to finding a product on AliExpress. You would want to make sure that it ships with ePacket, okay? ePacket is basically a shipping relationship deal that China Post have set up with United States, with USPS, which is the United States Postal Office. They have actually set this up with Canada Post, Royal Mail, UK Mail, all those other stuff. So what it does is that you are going to get a tracking number and you will get the products to your customers in 2 weeks period. Okay, thanks to Amazon, that really affected e-commerce. Customers expect to get their products really, really, really fast. Okay, that's what they care about, and they want the products and making sure that it doesn't take them months to get the product. So around 2 weeks is actually the most ideal time. So you want to make sure that when you actually sell a product, it has to be, okay, it has to have ePacket. And you want to factor in the cost of ePacket into your store as well. So with that, if this seller actually provides ePacket, my cost now is going to be roughly $2.58 right now. That's really my cost. because I'm having it shipped it with ePacket right now. So once you're able to actually find these products, what you then want to do is very, very simple, okay? I'm going to show you. I got a lot of yeses. I got a lot of hashtag learn that came through. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to upload all of these products. And it's very, very simple, okay? It's the same formula that I use for everything. All you have to do is just click on here. And you can actually now grab this image. Now, I use a Mac myself. So for me, it's actually very easy. All I really have to do is, trying to get back into here. All right, all I have to do is simply just grab this image and like drag it to my desktop, and I'll have this image here. But obviously, if you're using like a PC or if you are using another computer that is or a tablet or whatever, you can actually screenshot this and have this image in your store. Okay. Now, again, you are absolutely fine on using these product images because you are selling these products for your customers, or you can actually right-click, save image as, and save this image to your store. I'm going to save another one right now. Let's say that I'm going to save this one right now, save image as, save it to your store. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into Shopify and simply go under products. When I'm in the product section, I just add a product. Okay. And I just put a title. I'm going to say foldable credit card knife made with strong stainless steel. Okay, stainless steel. Or is it metal that you're using? They are using, let's see, stainless steel. There it is. All right. Then what I can do is, again, we are an internet marketer. We want to actually talk something great about the description. We don't want to talk about features. A lot of people fail on e-commerce because they sell based on feature and not the benefits. What you need to do as a marketer is that you need to sell based on the benefits, because let's be realistic. Anyone that's shopping online, they are selfish. Okay, I just have to make that for a fact. They are selfish. And the reason why they're selfish is because they have no other people around them that's going to affect their decision. All they care about is what's in it for me. Now, if you are able to answer this in just one paragraph and showcase the product, you can literally sell millions of products on your store and simply just use AliExpress to actually fulfill the product for you. All right. So with that, all you have to do is right here, I'm going to say, this foldable credit card knife fits right in your wallet and can cut and wallet, and it's strong enough to cut down. I'm not actually going to copyright anything. This foldable credit card knife fits right in your wallet and fits right in your wallet. It's easy to use. Okay, this is easy to use and fits right in your pocket, so you can protect yourself or use it in case of an emergency. And I'm going to say this amazing foldable knife is made with a strong and durable stainless steel to cut through the items you need in case in any scenario. All right, so you're just making a paragraph more about the product, and I never talk about the feature. I just talk about the benefits of the product. So you want to write around a paragraph about it, and then you would then make sure, again, we are marketers. We want to tell them specifically what to do. So you can say in here, add this amazing credit card knife in what I'm going to say, grab, order this amazing credit card knife now with an instant savings of 30% off. And then in here, I would say, please notes, please allow 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. So again, you're saving your butt here because the product's coming from China, and you just wanted to make sure that you are upfront about this so that in the future, when the customer complains, why I haven't received the product yet, it's been 3 weeks. It's like, well, we told you that it is 2 to 4 weeks for delivery right on the page. So again, how the structure works is always the same. You want to talk about the benefits in a paragraph. You want to tell them specifically to order, and you want to tell them that you want to please allow 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. Okay. Now, if you really want to list out the features, then you want to list it out right under it. Okay. Features under here. Okay. That's what you want to do. Then you simply just click on upload products, and I'm just going to go back into my downloads. Hey, downloads, date modified. All right. Here you go. And I'm going to swap this image to here, scroll down, and the pricing. So right now, my cost of the product is $2. I'm going to print out a calculator. So my cost of the product is going to be, let's see, $2 and where's the packet? Here you go. All right, $2.58, okay? So my cost is $2.58. Here's what you want to do when you're pricing your product. And in retail, this is commonly used. It's called the keystone pricing. And what the keystone pricing is that you have to make at least 50% plus 50%. So in reality, you want to actually make 75% margin. With a 75% margin, that will allow you to actually advertise your store, advertise your product, and actually still make a profit. But if you go and do your research, let's say that we go and do a research right now. Let's say we go to Amazon.com to see how much this product actually gets sold for. Let's see, a credit card knife. And it is actually sold for, this one actually sold for $13.99 for 2, $13.99 for 10 packs. So they're actually ranging from like $5 all the way to $10 right now. So $6, etc., etc. So with that, if I actually sell this with a 25%, 75% margin, I'm supposed to be selling this for $10.32, but it's not really as competitive into the market. But if I were to actually go this and basically sell it with a better margin than 50%, let's say that I want to actually make 60%, I can sell it for $6.45 and I still make the profit. So it's really up to you. Now, if you say that I really want to sell it for $6.45 and it really matches up close to what these guys are selling, then all I have to do is very simple. I can sell it for $6.97, and I would compare the price previously to $10.99. So that way you can actually say that you have an instant savings, and when you actually have to compare price and the price, then you will actually have a scratch off of the before price. And again, in internet marketing and being a copywriter, you want to have those kind of like before and after pricing, and that always increases your conversions. Then you can actually set up your shipping weight and shipping table. We're not going to go through it today because that's a lot of work. And I'm going to press save, okay? Once I press save, now when I click on view, well, guess what? You now have this product right into your store, ready to market and sell. And it's that easy right now. We just did it together, one product. And I was blabbing the entire way. Obviously, if I wasn't blabbing, it would just literally take you 3 minutes to actually have a product on your store and actually start selling right now. All right. And with that, you just do it however many times you want. And we are only on step 2 of the entire equation right now. Once you actually now have the ability to actually have products to sell on your website and never worry about inventory, well, guess what? Your next step is traffic. Okay, traffic is the lifeblood of an internet business. Previously, when you build it and they will come, that mentality is no longer exists. If it is 12 years ago or 15 years ago, when you have a website, you will potentially actually get traffic to your store. But nowadays, there are billions and billions of websites out there in the world right now. And for you, your www.xyz.com website is just one of the many, many, many websites out there. So in order for you to start actually generating sales, instant sales, you want to start mastering traffic and control your traffic. Because there's a saying that I'm always telling every single person right now whenever I meet them is, if you can control your traffic, you can control your business. And step 3 is all about controlling traffic right now. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Now that we have this product, I'm going to copy this URL, okay? Then I'm simply going to go into my Facebook account. Now, for those of you who are really, really serious on learning about Facebook ads and everything, please pay close attention, okay? The first thing that you wanted to do is you want to absolutely start and always advertise with website conversion. This is literally the best platform or system or basically technology that Facebook has created. Right now, you are letting Facebook advertise for you and to making sure that you get the sales that you want at the price that you can afford. And basically, you're now telling Facebook, okay, Facebook, here's what I want to do. I simply just want sales to my store. That's all I care about. And you tell Facebook that, Facebook will help you optimize your ad just to get sales for you at the lowest cost possible. There is no other platform out there that can do this. Now, I love Google. I spent over $3 million on Google. I love them, but let's be honest. Facebook now is a better platform to get started and is so much scalable right now. In fact, the beauty of this is that individuals like you can start running with Facebook ads once you know the exact system. But when it comes to Google, it is a pain in the butt. Like I can tell you to this date, Google is a pain in the butt and it's so hard to actually master it. So for you, I would seriously suggest you to just start with Facebook and go after website conversions, okay? I'm going to continue this. Then you want to make sure that you tell Facebook that you want to optimize based on a sale, on the purchase. So now Facebook knows that your ultimate goal is to actually sell a product, okay? That's what your ultimate goal is. Then when you scroll down, here's what you want to do. Under location, you would always want to go after people who live in this location, okay? By default, when you go after everyone in this location, you are actually wasting money. Why? Because, for example, I'm from Canada and I'm from Richmond, BC. If I were to actually fly down to meet Anik, and when I'm going down to see Anik, obviously I'm still going to be on Facebook, taking pictures of myself, saying, I'm at Maryland or whatever, right? But if I'm traveling in US and you're advertising to people that are in this location, what that means is that you are going to advertise to travelers. And let me ask you this question. How many of you would actually buy stuff online if you are traveling, right? The answer is a no. And that's what you want to actually exclude in your ads. You don't want to actually go after travelers because travelers won't buy a product online. They think it's a big hassle. They just want to go on a trip. They just want to do whatever they want. So you want to make sure you go after people who live in this location. Then, obviously, for gender and for age, it really depends if you know your niche or not. If you know your niche, then you can set the genders and your age. But at the end of the day, Facebook is smart enough to actually run through the algorithm and to actually help you optimize and serve ads that will most likely buy on your website based on your conversion data. Next thing is languages, okay? This is another big pitfall for a lot of entrepreneurs when they start. When it comes to languages, let's face it, right now, we are in the multicultural world right now, especially in North America. There are a lot of Asians, a lot of Japanese, a lot of Indians, a lot of other stuff. Now, I'm not being racist. I'm just being factual about this. Some of these people, like my mom, okay? My mom is a pure Chinese. Like, if she can speak basic English, but if she is to read something in English, she would have no way on understanding what it's talking about. But obviously, my mom sometimes go on Facebook too, right? And she's not your right ideal candidate on seeing your ad because let's face it, if she is basically fluent in Chinese and really bad in English, she won't even know and understand what your ad is talking about. So that's what you want to do. You want to only segment to people that really speaks English, that understand the language English, okay? So you can see that the audience size actually got decreased right away. Then you want to go after the detailed targeting, okay? Under the detailed targeting, you want to go after basically you want to go after interests and behaviors of people. Now, what I usually do is I simply just put in a keyword, like I'm selling survival stuff, right? I can just go after survival. And here, let's say that I'm going after people that are very interested in the survival kit. Now, in here, you're going to see that you have a 3.6 million people. Obviously, if you can actually get this 3.6 million to work, I can promise you that you are going to build a six-figure business right now. But right away, if you're going after 3.6 million size people, it's going to take you a lot of money in order for Facebook to understand your audiences and to actually help you optimize at the lowest cost possible. So what we do nowadays is we use something called the flex targeting. So we narrow the audience further. Now, I don't have to draw it out because Facebook now actually gives you the drawing. What I can do now is I can now go after people that are most likely wanting or interested in survival kit. And also, I'm going to go after people that will love knives, okay? And when this happens, or survival knives, or survival knives too small. When this happens, look at this. The audience size decreased dramatically. But I'm able to filter out the people that are not interested in knife. So what we've just done is if we look at this chart over here, our current audience is basically survival kit. Now, obviously, there's a lot of reasoning why a person would be interested in survival kit, and I can't list all the reasons right now. It's going to take me forever. But what we've done now is that we've narrowed the audience further with flex targeting, and we added a new criteria. So any person that actually see our ad, they have to express interest in survival kit and knife at the same time. So when these two combine, you will see a new targeting segment that came out. So let me ask you, right? If a person is interested in survival and they're interested in a knife and they see a credit card folding knife, what are the chances they're going to buy? Right, a lot of chance they're going to buy because at the end of the day, we are narrowing it further to actually show you further. Now, if your audience size is still over 1 million, you can even narrow it down one more step further, okay? It's highly up to you on what you want to do. Now, I always start with just 2 and going from there. And your potential size that you want to start is under 1 million, around at least 200,000. And 500,000 is going to be like the best part to really start. Next, remove this expanded interest. You don't need it. And then scroll down to edit placement. Now, by default, Facebook's going to say recommended to go all over the place. Do not do this. You're going to waste a lot of freaking money, okay? Edit this, and right now, just go after mobile only to start because that's where all the traffic are. Remove Instagram, remove audience insight, remove instant articles, and just test with newsfeed first. So now my audience size is 500,000. It's actually exactly where I want it to be, right? So that's what you want to go after. Go with mobile newsfeed first, and if it starts to convert, then you go after other places like desktop newsfeed, desktop right column, and Instagram at the same time. Then you scroll down at the very bottom to start with $5, okay? Never start with more than $5. You want to get the data and you want to be a smart entrepreneur and not invest a large budget and exhaust your entire budget, okay? Start at $5. Next thing, this is something that I've never shared publicly with anyone, and I'm purposely only sharing with the Learn Nation right now. And I don't think I even shared this with Onik before too. Because right now, okay, Facebook has made a lot of updates previously. One of the biggest updates that I've seen is the conversion window. And a lot of people are completely lost on what conversion window is. And let me give you a quick download of what you need to do for the conversion window. When you see a product that's under $20, or if you are running a lead generation campaign, or you're running into a opt-in list if you're running digital publishing, what you want to do is you want to understand that how long does your customer or your prospect take to make an action, right? To take an action. So for a $20 product, let's be honest, let's be realistic. They will make a decision on one day, right? In one day, they will make the decision. But if it is a $100 product, they would actually need 7 days to make a decision. If it is a several $1,000 product, they would need 30 days to actually make the decision. Now, because we're selling a product right now that's only $10, we want people that are impulsive and buy right away. So we want to go after 1 day click, because with that data, you will basically have Facebook and tell them and say, okay, we only want people that are most likely going to take action like right on the same day. And because my product is only less than $10, people are going to take action right away. They don't need 7 days to figure it out. So with that, you are going to quickly scale and build your business and get more sales with just 1 click. All right, that's what you wanted to do. Then you go on next. And then you can go after a single image. Just keep the single image to keep it easy. And I'm going to go after my prepper gears. And I'm going to paste the URL of the landing, of the product page. That's all you need. You don't even need a landing page. All you need is like a product page. And then, voila, you already got your ad created. And then all you have to do is just simply type in these. I would say, you have love survival. Do you have this in your survival kit for a limited time? Get this durable and foldable credit card knife that fits right in your wallet for 30% off, or you could do plus free shipping. All right, that's all you got to do. And then you want to say, where is it? Shop now. So you're indirectly applying them to actually shop now. And then leave everything the same and just place order, and you are done. That's all you got to do. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, nothing at all. Because at the end of the day, what you really want to do when it comes to traffic on Facebook is to connect the product with the right audience, and that's it. And when you are able to find a golden product, I can promise you, one product can give you the ability to actually generate 6 figures. Once you're able to find one golden product, that's all you really, really, really need. All right. So now we've talked about traffic. I just figured out that we have got the wrong symbol. Now we're going to go into step number 4, which is the profit multiplier. This is the easiest way to make 200% to 300% without doing a single thing. And this is actually an ancient sales technique invented in the 1970s by McDonald's. So what is this? Well, it's very easy. McDonald's back in 1970s conducted a survey. They found out that 200 customers per day were not ordering French fries. And when they have discovered at every single location that 200 customers per day were not ordering French fries, they have trained their staff to ask, do you want fries with that? I'm pretty sure every single one of you watching this section right now, being in our weekly success, you have heard of this phrase. And most of the time, you are absolutely going to say yes. And by simply having McDonald's training their staff to ask this question, now every 200 customers, 100 of them bought the French fries. And we look at this from a mathematical standpoint. If a burger today costs $3 and a bag of fries costs $2.50, that means that originally you were going into McDonald's just spending $3. Now you are spending $5.50. That's already an 83% increase in your sales by asking one simple question. Now, you'll also be asked, what drink would you like? And you're like, well, I'm already having my French fries. I'm already having my burger. I want my favorite Coca-Cola. Now, adding the soft drink, it's $1.25. Well, guess what? From $3, now you are having a $6.75 bill. That's a 125% increase in your basically bill and in your sales. Now, it doesn't stop there. How about dessert? Now, if any of you that actually love ice cream, I would actually ask you to try this dessert out. I absolutely love it. It's the chocolate fudge sundae with Oreo crumbles on the bottom. It's absolutely the best one. I know it's really fat. It sounds fat. Obviously, I haven't had one for a long time because it's really cold in Vancouver right now. But try it out. But obviously, you're having an entire meal right now. You're like, oh, why not just add in the dessert? So the dessert will cost you $1.25. Now, your total order went from $3 all the way to $8 right now. That's a 167% increase in sales by, again, asking small questions. And this technique is widely used right now, and it's called upselling. The burger is just the front end product, and you want to use this exact strategy in your e-commerce business, having the first product as your front end. And if your front end product is working, well, guess what? Upsell them another product, then upsell them another product. So by doing this, if I'm advertising to a bike, a cycling person, right? This is the first one. The first offer is an electric bike horn for $24.95. And if I were to just make $24.95, obviously it may be having ability to pay for my ads and maybe make a little bit profit. But if I were to actually craft this upsell funnel, here's what's going to happen. When the cycler actually came in and saw this at $24.95, they said, oh, I love it. I'm going to buy it. Then before they go check out, they say, hey, wait, do you want to save 50% on our best-selling LED light? Again, exactly using McDonald's strategy. Okay, and if you have a 50% take rate, well, guess what? You just added sales right into your bottom line. And it doesn't stop there. You can actually keep selling them, and I would actually encourage you to sell a maximum just 2, okay? And you keep selling them. And from there, you have a total order from $24.95 all the way to $106.85. That's a 428% increase in your sales by, again, asking questions, small questions. And people doesn't get offended because they are used to this type of sales environment nowadays. Now, again, you might be wondering, well, Fred, are you serious? Does this work? Well, I have tons of customers like this. People spending, like, they're supposed to be coming in to spend $20. They're now spending upwards of $2,000 by simply crafting the upsells in place. And this is just one of my profit multiplier secret, and I generated over $2 million in just 8 months period. Now we go into step number 5, which is the rinse and repeat method. What you wanted to do in the last step is very simple. You want to outsource the grunt work out, and you want to scale up your existing business. Start to get more products in place, go after higher premium products, start selling several $100s product, and start building your brand from there. Then you simply just repeat the process. Your goal, if any of you are following Bob Proctor, he always talk about the MSI, multiple sources of income. And because with my 5-step system, you can build multiple stores with the exact same formula, you can now build multiple sources of income. You can go after the baby niche. You can go after the cycling niche. You can go after the hunting niche. You can go after the survival niche. Imagine each of them can give you the ability to make $1,000 a month. If you were to go after 5 niches, guess what? You've earned yourself a full-time job, staying at home, and really doing whatever you like and not to have to report to your boss. Again, $1,000 is a conservative number. I have students now that are making upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 using this exact 5-step system right now. So let me ask you guys this question, okay? How many of you are like this little girl right here that feels like I've just shoved a fire hose down your throat and you literally are completely all blown away on the things that you've learned and you are like, I want a repeat of this. You want more details. I really want to give you this quote that I've been using a lot lately is, everything is worthless. I can literally tell you, if you decide to actually quit and not do anything with these sections, you're really wasting your time. These stuff are worthless to you. But if you actually take things into action, that's when you turn into gold mine. And I seriously want you guys to take action. A lot of people that I've been seeing is that the way that they're basically fearing, they have fear on taking actions. They have fears of making their business happen. They have fear on taking the first step. Listen, the only fear that is right now is yourself. Overcome that fear and take action and start your business. Regardless if it's e-commerce, digital publishing, or email marketing, the decision is yours. But I really, truly ask you guys to seriously take action on everything that you've learned. Regardless, again, if it's Zero Up Light or Things by Learn, you just got to take action focus, be dedicated. You will experience failure. I'm going to be honest and upfront, but failure will only make you stronger and have you become a better internet entrepreneur. I failed many times too, and failure is just the path to success. But again, if you actually don't even go ahead and do anything, then it's all basically worthless.
I wish you guys all the best, all the most success in the world. And remember, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. This is Onyx Nagal signing off. See you on the next one.
Bye.